My name is Alwi Batarilan, and today I'm going to talk about the basic fundamentals of a Facebook covers, the do's as well as don't. If you're watching this live, guys, please hashtag live. If you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay. What's up, Jagjit? Very nice to have you guys here. Welcome to my first ever live. And without further ado, if you guys have any questions of any kinds while I go through this session, feel free to ask. I am going to now share my screen. Hi, Monica. It's very good to have you here. I have you as one of my Facebook cover example. So it's going to be very interesting. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. So audio's all good, guys, because since it's the first time I'm doing this, I want to just do a quick check as well. All right. Okay, so basic fundamentals of a Facebook cover. Ultimately, what I will be doing today is I'm going to use my personal Facebook cover. I'm going to break down every single little details, and I'm going to also tell you guys why this is super important, right? It might sound quite basic, but very, very important. And thank you so much, Jagjit, for just confirming that. There we go. Awesome. Okay. All right. Okay. So why is your Facebook cover super important? Why is this important, right? Well, first and foremost, it's really important because we don't have a physical store. So technically speaking, since we're all doing online business, this is our storefront, right? So when you think about walking in a mall, sometimes you actually get attracted because of the signs or the design of the overall store. So I want you guys to think about your Facebook cover in the same exact way, right? The second reason is because 90% of us in this group are doing Facebook organic. Technically speaking, our Facebook cover is a sales funnel, right? Whenever someone actually comes in and decides to check out your profile, the sales funnel begin, and it all starts with your Facebook cover photo. The third reason why this is important is because of your personal brand, right? If you ideally want your brand to be associated in a certain way, right? And I will kind of explain to you guys as well why I chose these colors, why did I choose this image, why did I put this key message as well. All right. Hey, Alexian, how you doing, brother? Very good to have you here. And last and most importantly is the first impressions, right? Because when you think about the real life world, we only got one chance to actually make an impression, and it's exactly the same with your Facebook cover photo. All right, so without further ado, let's go, brother. I'm going to start with my Facebook cover, okay? So number one, most important is your image, because understand that Facebook is all about building that know, like, as well as trust factor. And technically speaking, right, your Facebook cover will play on the know factor. Thank you so much, Jagjit. Appreciate it. Right. And that's the reason why you need to have an image of yourself, right? And not just any image. You ideally want an image that is actually inviting, hopefully with a smile, and when it comes to dressing, it doesn't really matter because it's all about your brand, right? So my brand is, I'm a corporate guy. Generally, I always wear shirts and suits to business meetings and things like that. So that's the cover photo that I picked. Okay. So most important, please always have your image in the cover photo. 1 second. Number two, right? You always want to have either your name or your brand name. In my case, I'm using my name as my brand. So that's why Alwi Batarilan is actually on the top. All right. Thank you so much, Monica. I really appreciate it. And the third point here is the key message, right? Super important. The very first line you say is supposed to speak to a specific target audience. All right. So now I know that in the world of affiliate marketing, people create many names for this. Some people call it dream client. Some people call it your target avatar. But in the real marketing world, we call it plain and simple target audience. It's because it is the audience that you actually want to target. All right. So Facebook user, I can't see your name, so I'm not sure who you are. But yeah, keep it rolling, guys. All right, the next thing is you want to have a clear sub message. So in my case, the sub message is in 3 easy steps that help me and thousands of others make their first commission online. All right. And the fifth, very important, there has to be a key takeout in your cover photo, right? Why is there important? Why is it important? Is because sometimes people don't even spend more than 3 seconds. So if they look at this visual, what is the one thing you want to get, you want them to take out? So in my case, it's kind of just highlighting, make this first $1,000 commission online if only you had 2 seconds. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Hello there, Karen. Very nice to have you. And number 6 is your CTA button. And I want to explain this a little bit because just the other day in a bootcamp training, lots of people were quite confused with this concept. Because I am in marketing space, it's a very second nature to me. But just to define it, CTA here means call to action, right? Which fundamentally means what is the action that you want a user to take when they actually see your cover photo or whenever you see any kind of advertising out there. There is always a CTA. For example, shop now, buy now, learn more, right? Take the 14-day free trial. These are all examples of a CTA. In my case, in my cover photo, I'm trying to entice them to click here to learn. And I'm going to explain how this all plays together as well. Yeah. What's up, Christopher? Very nice to have you here. I have you as one of my examples as well, so stay tuned. And number 7, not many people talk about this kind of stuff, but I happen to be in the advertising and marketing background. And when I brief my freelance designer to design this, I pick the colors, I pick the tone. There's a reason for every single thing. Okay. So in this case, I actually chose dark blue because dark blue represents knowledge, represents power, it represents integrity as well as seriousness. And these are the colors, these are the things that I want to be associated with my brand. Now, you might be thinking, well, not many people know about this. Well, that's the thing, because our subconscious are picking up these signals without us even actually realizing. That's why it's super important to actually understand these kind of things. And just to share, my background is in advertising and marketing. So what I try to do is take these complex concepts in the advertising and marketing world, merge them with the world of affiliate marketing and make it as super simple so that you guys can actually take note and learn a pointer of two. By the way, I spent 13 years going through this, so it's almost second nature to me. Hey, Kate, thanks for joining the live. Very nice to have you here. And number 8, right? There is an image background that doesn't really have focus, right? But this is actually super important as well because it's a subconscious signal that triggers the user when they look at this visual as a totality. There's a reason why I chose this nice resort beach area and slightly darken in the background, because what we're trying to say here is we're trying to generate this subconscious signal of freedom, right? Financial freedom. You're free, you're by the beach, you're doing the kind of things that you love. So these are kind of subconscious signals that the everyday users may have not realized, but it's all placed together when everything comes on. Hey, Helen, very nice to have you in the live. What's up, Cindy? Very good to have you as well. Okay, so hopefully that gave you guys some insight, right? So a Facebook cover, super basic, super simple, but it's actually very, very complex. Okay. And the last but not least, the designs and the elements that we have in the cover photo without you realizing it plays a bigger cue, right? So when I briefed the designer, I specifically wanted this kind of gold hue, and I wanted this kind of finishing with some kind of, glow, because it triggers premium signals, or if not premium cues. Because for my brand, that's the reason why I'm wearing a suit with a vest inside and a bow tie, because I'm trying to project this very premium like image, so that whenever someone actually lands on my cover photo, they will take me seriously because all of these little things actually plays into a bigger sales funnel role. What's up, Raul? Very, very nice to have you guys here. Okay, let me know if I'm going too fast as well. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is I also applied this same principle that I've just shared with you guys onto this Facebook group cover photo, right? So very quickly, I have my image to build that no factor so you guys know that it is me. Number two, I have my brand name. In this case, it is my name. And I also have my message, right? Which is speaking to my target audience, which is technically you guys, right? Affiliate marketers. In this case, I pick a line that highly resonated with me and the kind of audiences that I wanted to speak to, which is people who were just like me, right? So I was a struggling affiliate before, and up till recently, most of you guys would notice, I've started to turn things around. And then I also have this $0 to $6,000 online in 50 days, just in case, as my key message. If there's anything that you don't see here, that's the one thing that I want you guys to see. The only difference here is that I don't have a CTA button, but I thought it was a nice design. So I tell you guys my sub message, get inside my mind to start learning to do the same. Same visual cues subconsciously, right? That represents freedom, same goal elements and same colors, which I just explained in the previous slide. So it doesn't end there. There's a lot more of things that to really cover about. But if you guys are finding value so far from what I shared, if you guys could just drop one just to let me know, and then I'll keep going while I sip my water. All right. Okay, so the next thing that I want to share with you guys is I want to bring data into the world of affiliate marketing, because a lot of us don't really do this as much, right? So I want to start kind of sharing this kind of information with you guys because these are super important information. Thank you so much, Monica. So here's a report that I pulled out from a source called Statista. It's one of the most reputable sites to find data on the open web, as well as any kind of website related data. I use this for work daily. Thank you, Raul. And thank you as well, Karen. So what I wanted to bring to your attention is that this report says device usage of Facebook users worldwide as of January this year, right? And two very important things that it tells us is this, right? 98.5% of people are using any kind of mobile phone while browsing Facebook, okay? And the second thing that I want you guys to notice is that 81.8% of people are only using mobile phone to browse Facebook. Why is this important? This is important. Thank you, Cindy. This is important because a lot of people that I notice, when they design their cover photo, they only keep in mind the desktop view. But the thing is, if 98 or 95% of people are using mobile while browsing Facebook, wouldn't you guys agree that we should actually optimize our Facebook profile in the way that's mobile friendly? So here's an example of my desktop view, looks great. And here's an example of my mobile view. I won't lie, it was difficult to fit everything in, but I just made sure to capture everything as much as possible as well. So a lot of people actually they completely miss this part because they always looked at desktop. But when you look at mobile, check your own cover photos and try to see if you guys are actually optimizing for mobile, because based on the data that I just shared earlier, right, there is like a good 80 to 90% of people who are actually browsing through Facebook on their mobile phone, right? So what does this tells us? This tells us every time we design something for Facebook, we need to think mobile first. So that's the second key takeout. Thank you, Christopher, for the comment. All right, so this one, guys, I see this a lot. Like 90% of the profiles that I have seen, they tend to make this mistake, and I really wanted to share it with you guys so that you can start doing this immediately after your live. Okay, so this boils down to the consistency in your messaging as well as the opportunity for link placement. What do I mean by consistency in messaging? Number one, I noticed that a lot of people will put some key message here, and when it came to the description, half of the people don't have a description. But the trick is you want to take your key message and keep the message consistent to what you say here, right? So here I say, discover how I started an online business in 3 easy steps that helped me and thousands of others make the first 1,000 commission online. Here, want to learn a proven 3-step process that helped me and thousands of others make their first 1K online with affiliate marketing. Do you guys realize the consistency on what I say in my cover photo and also on my description? And why is this important? This is important because at least 90% of us are asking people to click here or have some kind of call to action to actually click. So some people actually do click, and when they do click, ideally they want to see the same consistent message being shared across, right? And the second thing is that I also noticed that a lot of people don't put their links here. It's a great opportunity for you guys, because just imagine that all this effort that we're doing in Facebook organic is getting people to view our profile. When they do view our profile, a good percentage of people will actually click. And when they click, ideally we got the message, and we also have an entryway for them to get into our links, whatever it is that you guys are promoting. If it's your Facebook group, if you don't actually have an affiliate offer, it could even be your direct Facebook Messenger link, right? The second area is actually right here, right? So it's consistent message from the cover to the description, and in the intro, you notice how in the intro there's not much characters that you can put. So in this case, right, I put the same exact key message. The only difference is as short as possible, right? This 3-step process helped thousands make their first $1,000 online, followed by the my link, and followed by another link here, right? What I noticed from most people's Facebook covers is that they will have one key message here, a different key message here, and completely irrelevant key messages here. So consistency in messaging is super important, because some people will see your Facebook profile this way, and if they read this, it makes sense to them. But if they read this and this is a different message and this is a different message, don't you guys agree that it's going to confuse the user? Just please drop a number 2 if you guys agree with me on this one. So yes, consistency in messaging and the opportunity for link placement. Thank you so much. So yeah, it might seem so minor, but these minor details makes the world of a difference whenever we are talking about high ticket affiliate marketing, because we got one chance to impress, we got one chance to bring people into the world of into our sales funnel, which is our Facebook profile. So imagine if the messaging is not on point, this is something else, your visual, your cover doesn't look that great, the user stops there. They land and they look at it, not interested, I'm out. You know what I mean? So this is one way that you can guarantee every time someone comes, you guys are actually able to bring the user in. Thank you guys so much for the comments. Okay. All right. So yes, just going back again, why is it important to make sure that your cover photo is on point, even though it's so basic? It's because it's your storefront, right? I hope it makes sense now. It is also your sales funnel, right? Especially like me, when I made this high ticket 0 to 6K in 50 days, I did not even have my own sales funnel, to be honest. I didn't even have my own email autoresponder. It is this reason why I spent so much time to actually make sure that my sales funnel, my Facebook page, is very nicely decorated, right? It is your personal brand. So when people talk about you or when people see you, immediately they will tell people that, oh my God, this guy means business, right? There is gold cues. You know, he looks very premium. This guy is well dressed. He looks like a friendly guy. The only problem in my cover photo is I look like a young guy, but actually I'm 36 years old. A lot of people told me that I look a lot younger. Thank you so much, Michael. Very nice to have you in the live as well. I think you were one of them who said that I don't look or sound like a guy who has 13 years of work experience. Okay, so just a quick recap. We covered the basic fundamentals of a Facebook cover, right? These are the 6 key points. If you guys got questions, feel free to drop them in. We also spoke about think mobile first, right? How important it is. I shared some data that indicated 80%, 80 to 95% of users are actually browsing Facebook through their mobile phone. So very, very important to make sure that your Facebook cover photo is mobile optimized. And the third, the super important reason for consistency in messaging as well as link placement. So now we have this kind of things, or rather this kind of recipe for success that you guys can replicate. Let's take a look at a few actual examples from other people. And once again, guys, if you guys just joined, please hashtag live. And if you watch this on replay, please hashtag replay as well. I keep forgetting to say this, to be honest. All right. So first up, it's very nice to have Monica here. I wanted to use her as the first example. I really like her Facebook cover because she has a picture of herself. It looks professional. Design is clean. She has some kind of logo that goes there. She has a name as well. And I also like the fact that she has a very simple message, right? It's super clear. High ticket affiliate marketing, helping affiliate marketers make their first $1,000 in 60 days. I really like this a lot because honestly speaking, guys, I see way too many people put things like, I'm going to teach you how to go from 0 to 20K or 50K in 60, 30 days, 90 days. Whatever the cause is, it's way too high. And I like this way because it's similar to mine, right? I want to teach people how to make your first $1,000 online. Automatically, I'm attracting people who have either never made a single dollar or never made more than $1,000 online. So technically, Monica and I are definitely speaking to the same audiences who are ultimately beginners or struggling beginners. They may have made some money, but they have not made it to that first $1,000 mark. And the reason why I always say about to help people make their first $1,000 online, it's because if I can help you make your first $1,000 online, don't you guys agree that I can teach you to make $2,000 online, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000? Because the steps at the end of the day are pretty much the same. Just comment 3 if you guys are with me and you guys agree to whatever it is that I'm sharing with you guys. Okay. So taking a little bit of a deeper look. So in this case, Monica, you have a nice CTA that says, let's get started. The only thing is, in case anyone actually does click, you miss an opportunity to reiterate this message. So if I were you, I'll probably put, thank you guys for that. I would probably have put in your description here, helping affiliate marketers make their first 1K in 60 days. Here's a link to either speak to me or maybe it's your affiliate offer. I'm not sure exactly which one do you want to use, but use this real estate because your Facebook description has 94 likes, okay? And Facebook only captures the people who actually engage with this. So imagine you may have had 1,000 people, 500 people who actually came and probably clicked but left because there's no, next steps or description or link. So it's really, really good opportunity for you. So this is something that you guys can immediately do. And while I'm sharing feedback, these are positive feedback, by the way, and I don't mean to criticize in any way. I want you guys to also take note and go back and look at your cover photo and take notes and see what you guys can put, right? So in Monica's case, definitely. And when we look at mobile perspective, very nice. Everything fits. Yeah, sure, there's a few words here that are cut. It's okay because it's hard to get it mobile optimized. but just look at how everything fits very well. High ticket affiliate marketing, you can see it loud and clear, and her key message, right? And of course, you're most welcome. I see you working really hard, so I really hope that you will definitely, keep going. And when we look at her description, which is here, I help affiliate marketers learn the skills they need to grow their business. It's a good message. It is somewhat connected. I would probably put that I help affiliate marketers make their first 1K in 60 days with high ticket affiliate marketing, because then, there is a consistency of the messages across, just in case someone looks at your profile in this way. And from a description perspective, make sure to take advantage of the link placements, because we can drop them in there so that you don't, because these are entry points, and you maximize your real estate as much as possible. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. All right, so next up we got Christopher. And Christopher's Facebook cover is really nice, super clean, right? His visual cues are pretty on point, I would say, as well. His key message is, I help beginner and struggling affiliate marketers crack high ticket sale from 0 to 10K a month. Thank you, Facebook user. Without paid ads and no tech skills in 6 weeks. All right. So overall, messaging wise is great. For me personally, the idea of 0 to 10K, if you're talking to beginners and struggling affiliates, might be too high realistically. And I'm just going to be very honest, right? A beginner that sees 10K, they'll be like, oh my God, I haven't even made my first dollar, my first 100, my first 1,000. How am I supposed to make my first 10K? Again, Christopher, this is just my feedback, something for you to consider, or if not, leave it the way it is perfectly fine as well. So you have a CTA, you have your profile picture, which is great. Oh, okay. Hello, Vishal. Very, very nice to see you. And when we look at your description, you have a link, perfect. You have a description, great. The only thing is that the description says, I help struggling affiliates to crack your first $1,000 online without paid ads or previous experience. It's good, but do you see the disconnect in terms of consistency in messaging? Here you say 0 to 10K. Here you say your first 1,000. So if I were you, I would probably change this from 0 to 1K, because it sounds more realistic to a beginner. And, I think it might appeal better to them as well. Just my feedback, right? And then right here, this too is very, very connected, right? I like this. I help struggling affiliates to crack your first 1,000. So if you seem fairly certain to talk about your first 1K here and here, I'm guessing, brother, you're probably better off going with 0 to 1K, or just saying 1K a month as well, because it's realistic for a beginner, right? If we tell them 10K, we may attract people who want to make money fast. And this, honestly, to me, is not the kind of audiences that we want, because we all know the truth, right? Affiliate marketing works, but it requires time, effort, and consistency. So anyone of my students or anyone that ever bought from me, I always tell them this, right? So that's the exact kind of people that I want to attract. So in this case, 0 to 10K in 6 weeks, you may attract a different kind of crowd who really want to make money fast and might not be realistic. Again, just my point of view. Okay, there's a question from Rahul here. Please tell us what to write for who have not made high ticket sales. My best bet, if you have not made any high ticket sales, just tell them that you'll teach them to make their first 1,000. That is it. That's exactly what I did, although I've made my first 1,000 before, but at least it's something realistic. Like when someone looks at this kind of message, they will know that, okay, first 1,000, yeah, it seems possible, to be honest. But if you go 0 to 5K or 0 to 10K, 20K, 15K, which, by the way, I see a lot of people doing, especially when they are beginners themselves, honestly, it's a long shot. It's very, very difficult. Yeah. And yeah, mobile optimized, very nice, well done. Picture is there. Your link is right there, so definitely you have your links double shot, very nicely optimized. So overall, very well done. So this third example is from someone that just added me, I think, a few days ago. And when I saw her profile, I was like, "Whoa!" Right? It looks really good design-wise. She has a picture, right? The only problem, or rather, the only thing that I saw with this is I have no idea where to focus on. And sorry if you're watching this. I don't mean to bash of any kind. It's positive criticism. To be honest, I'm not sure what's the key message because there's too many things happening, and there is a lot of things that is happening right here, right? You want to keep it as simple as possible with one key takeout, one key message. So here, I'm really not sure what are we trying to tell the user. Is it this? Earn 0 to 10K per month from anywhere in the world? Or is it, fast track, learn and earn? Yes, I want to learn. I mean, comment 4 if you guys agree with me. There's a lot of things happening in this cover photo that might confuse people. All right, there's a question. If I am a beginner and anyone say how much you earn, how to handle this objection? Plain and simple, my philosophy in life, tell them the truth. When I first made my first high ticket sale, I literally told that person that I've never ever made a first high ticket sale in my life. Okay. And the reason why he bought from me is because of my honesty and my genuinity. In fact, he really wanted to buy from me because he wanted to support me. And he told me that I was the first person who have ever told him the truth, basically, right? Because at the time I thought if I start my brand as a lie, everything about me is going to be a lie. So I basically just told them the truth. So start with that. The last thing someone was asking me was, how do I handle an objection if I've never made a sale online, right? So the honest answer is simple: tell the guy the truth, right? People will appreciate you for your honesty. And in fact, by telling them the truth, you immediately already stand out against the crowd, to be honest, because everyone else is telling them lies, telling them how to get rich quick schemes and things like this. So by you telling the truth, it helps a lot. But jumping straight into this, so as I was saying with this person, it's a little bit, there's just too many key messages happening. I'm not sure where to focus. And when you see all the messages here, none of this actually tells me about joining her Facebook group to actually learn more, right? Yeah, thanks again, Jagjit. Good to have you back as well. So once again, if you guys are watching this live, hashtag live, if not on replay, hashtag replay. Okay, so going back to this lady, as I was saying, she has no, I don't see anywhere here that speaks about a group. So if someone clicks on this and suddenly lands here, it says join my Facebook group. So the messaging is completely disconnected. Good to have you back, Monica. And when we look at the bottom here, in her profile, she actually says network marketer, entrepreneur. And to be honest, here she's saying helping newbie affiliate marketers. Here she's saying 0 to 10K. Here she's saying fast track and learn and earn. So honestly, when a user lands on her profile, they will probably get confused and drop out. So it doesn't matter how good the design is, if the messaging is not coherent and consistent, it feels like a little bit all over the place, to be honest. Yeah. So I would definitely make some changes there. And yeah, if you look at Ishan, one of my students as well, fundamentally, he followed the same principles that I apply and the same principles that I just actually taught you guys. You could see clear messaging, who he wants to target, image of himself. He has a background photo. I'm not sure what's his rationale, but somehow it looks nice for him. A quick summary on what he's trying to say here. So consistent in messaging, semi mobile optimized. It was quite hard for him to fit it in, but I told him it's okay as long as most of the message is there, so that's fine. And when you look at the intro, he just did the same recap and also have his link here and also here. So okay, this must be the same person. I don't really see a name. Same product, she already purchased the same product. Well, super simple answer to that, right? Is that don't sell the product to a person who have already bought the product. It doesn't make sense, right? So when we do this business, the easiest way to decide what is right and what is wrong is just to apply logical thinking, because in marketing there's no right or wrong. But in this case, she's already bought that same product, so would it make sense to actually resell her the same exact product? The answer is no to me, so I suggest move on. Yeah. And the last piece that I wanted to share with you guys is, this is my do-it-yourself cover. So I actually created this myself using one of those tools. I already planned my messages and it looks just like this. And the question that I have for you guys, would you guys pick cover number 1 or cover number 2? So just drop it in the comments and then I will just kind of explain what's the differences here. Check mine. All you guys look so sharp. I'm not sure I'm giving the right message. Okay, no worries. I'll definitely check yours and I'll give you a separate feedback altogether. Thank you, Jagjit. Exactly, right? Thank you as well, Monica, as well as Christopher. Basically, what I wanted to show you guys here is to demonstrate to you the differences when we try to do it ourselves and when we actually get a professional to do it. Immediately, you're able to actually see the immediate difference, right? So this I did myself, this I paid the person, and I told her exactly what I wanted. It took a few rounds, and eventually she actually got it right. And believe me, the first few rounds she did this, it was still so bad. So how much did it cost me to create this cover? It cost me only about, I think, $25 or $35, but I also paid extra because I wanted the working file, right? Because I know how to use Photoshop as well. And you see how $25 can make a whole difference to your overall design in somewhere that is super, super, super important, right? So yeah, definitely $25 versus a high ticket sale. $25 is honestly not much, but obviously if you're tight with funds, then you can go ahead with do it yourself kind of cover. It works as well. Just try to keep it clean. This one I rushed it out. It's not that great, honestly. I feel like it's all over the place. My design sense is out, so that's why I actually paid someone else. Okay, yours is DIY, so I would appreciate it. Yeah, not a problem. I will definitely look into it and I'll give you some comments. All right, so I think, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys. Too bad I had technical difficulties. I guess it's part of doing this thing for the first time. If you guys have any questions, I'll leave it for about 30 seconds or so, and I'll try to answer them as much as possible. If not, you can always just leave a comment or drop me a message directly. I'll try to help answer any questions that you guys might have. Yeah. Okay. So just wait for a delay. And yeah, if I don't see any questions, then I would, let me just move this out. Yeah, I will just say, thank you guys for watching in the first one. If you guys found value, just hashtag value and let me know as well if there's something specific that you guys want me to talk about and cover. So far, I got a few people told me about messaging, how to craft messaging to attract the right target audiences. So that's something already as part of my list. I have a couple of lists, but otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching the live. And yeah, I hope you guys got value, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Honored, for watching. Thank you as well, Monica, Cindy, Jagjit, Christopher, and everyone else that joined today. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I will catch you guys again soon. See you all. Bye.